It was a quiet evening when Sarah, a young woman living alone in a small apartment, received a phone call that would change her life forever. The shrill ringing pierced the silence, sending a shiver down her spine. Hesitant but curious, she picked up the receiver and said, "Hello?" On the other end of the line, a distorted voice spoke in hushed tones, filled with malice and menace. It spoke of dark secrets, haunting memories, and whispered threats that made Sarah's blood run cold. She could feel the presence of evil seeping through the phone, sending chills down her spine. The calls became a recurring nightmare for Sarah, always coming at the stroke of midnight. Each time the voice grew more sinister, revealing details about her past that no one could have known. It seemed as if the caller had access to her deepest fears and darkest secrets. Determined to put an end to the torment, Sarah reached out to the authorities, reporting the strange calls and providing them with all the information she had. But the police could find no trace of the mysterious caller, leaving Sarah feeling helpless and more frightened than ever. Unable to rely on the authorities, Sarah took matters into her own hands. She began delving into her past, searching for any clues or connections that could explain the source of the calls. As she unraveled the layers of her own history, she discovered long-buried secrets and unresolved traumas. Sarah's search led her to revisit her childhood home, a place that held painful memories. As she walked through the empty rooms, memories flooded back, and she realized that the calls were somehow connected to the tragic events of her past. The darkness that had haunted her as a child was resurfacing once again. Through her investigation, Sarah stumbled upon a hidden truth. She discovered that a malevolent spirit, once connected to her family, was behind the phone calls. It was a vengeful entity seeking revenge for past wrongs, using Sarah as a conduit to torment her and those around her. Armed with newfound knowledge, Sarah sought the help of a paranormal investigator, determined to confront the malevolent entity head-on. Together, they devised a plan to trap the spirit and put an end to the terrifying phone calls once and for all. In a secluded location, Sarah and the investigator prepared for the ritual. They gathered talismans, candles, and ancient texts to aid them in their task. As midnight approached, they created a protective circle and invoked the spirits, calling upon the forces of light to aid them in their battle against darkness. As the clock struck midnight, the atmosphere grew heavy with supernatural energy. The vengeful spirit manifested before them, its presence palpable and malevolent. A fierce battle ensued, with Sarah and the investigators struggling to maintain control while the entity fought to break free. In the midst of the intense struggle, the investigator realized that defeating the spirit would require a sacrifice. With a heavy heart, they offered themselves as a conduit, channeling their own life force to weaken the entity's power. Their sacrifice allowed Sarah to gain the upper hand. With the spirit weakened, Sarah focused her energy on severing the connection between herself and the vengeful entity. She recited incantations, calling upon the spirits of protection and liberation. The phone calls grew fainter, and the entity's grip on her began to fade. In a final act of defiance, the vengeful spirit launched one last desperate attack. Sarah, empowered by her newfound strength, stood her ground, facing the entity with unwavering determination. With a final burst of energy, she banished the spirit, causing it to dissipate into the ether. As the spirit vanished, a profound silence filled the air. The phone calls ceased, and Sarah was left in awe of her own resilience and bravery. She had faced her darkest fears and emerged victorious, breaking free from the clutches of the malevolent entity. In the aftermath of the ordeal, Sarah found solace and support from those around her. She realized the importance of seeking help, both from others and from within herself. With a newfound sense of strength and determination, she embarked on a journey of healing and self-discovery. Sarah took the time to reflect on the events that had transpired, recognizing the lessons she had learned along the way. She came to understand that the power of confronting her past and facing her fears had set her free from the haunting phone calls. With the phone calls behind her, Sarah embraced the opportunity for a fresh start. She focused on rebuilding her life, nurturing relationships, and finding joy in everyday moments. The experience had forever changed her, but it had also taught her the resilience of the human spirit. Determined to help others who may be facing similar paranormal experiences, Sarah became an advocate for raising awareness about hauntings and supernatural phenomena. She shared her story, offering support and guidance to those who found themselves trapped in the grip of the unknown. Although the haunting phone calls had ceased, Sarah occasionally heard faint whispers in the wind, reminders of the otherworldly encounter she had faced. It was a constant reminder of the thin veil between the living and the spirit realm, urging her to remain vigilant and prepared. Over time, Sarah found peace within herself. She no longer lived in fear of the unknown, recognizing that she had the strength to face any challenges that came her way. The ghostly phone calls had transformed from a source of terror to a testament to her resilience and inner strength. Sarah's story spread far and wide, inspiring others to confront their own fears and seek resolution in the face of the paranormal. Her journey became a symbol of courage and resilience, reminding people that they are capable of overcoming even the most terrifying of experiences. While Sarah had found closure, the mystery of the ghostly phone calls remained unexplained. It served as a reminder that there are still untold secrets lurking in the shadows, waiting to be unraveled by those brave enough to seek the truth. Sarah's experience became a powerful testimony to the indomitable human spirit. Her story served as a beacon of hope for those who felt trapped and haunted by their own personal demons, reminding them that they too had the strength to overcome and find peace. With the haunting phone calls now a part of her past, Sarah embraced the unknown with open arms. She no longer feared what lurked in the shadows, knowing that she had faced her own darkness and emerged stronger on the other side. Life was no longer constrained by fear, but filled with limitless possibilities. The journey Sarah had undertaken was not only a battle against the supernatural, but also a journey of redemption and self-discovery. She had faced her own demons, confronted her past, and emerged as a stronger, wiser version of herself. Even as Sarah moved forward, echoes of the past would occasionally resurface. Faint whispers and flickering lights served as reminders that the supernatural world was always present, intertwined with the fabric of reality. But Sarah had learned to coexist with these echoes, embracing them as part of her unique journey. Sarah reflected on the lessons she had learned throughout her harrowing ordeal. She had discovered the importance of inner strength, the power of seeking support, and the transformative nature of confronting one's fears. These lessons would guide her throughout the rest of her life. With her perspective forever altered, Sarah saw the world through different eyes. She recognized the beauty in the ordinary, the strength in vulnerability, and the resilience of the human spirit. Life took on a deeper meaning, and every moment held the potential for growth and transformation. Sarah's story served as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. It showed that even in the face of unimaginable terror, one could find the strength to persevere and emerge stronger. Her journey became a source of inspiration for others, reminding them of their own inner power. As Sarah's story drew to a close, she knew that her encounter with the ghostly phone calls was just one chapter in her life. She had faced the supernatural, confronted her fears, and come out the other side with a newfound appreciation for the mysteries of the universe. With a sense of wonder and curiosity, she embarked on a future filled with endless possibilities.